If you're a small YouTuber like me, YouTube just slapped you in the face, gave you the bird, and stuck it up your butt with no lube. YouTube has just increased the YouTube Partner Program requirements, and it's double what it used to be. If you didn't know, YouTube had a requirement of 4,000 watch hours or 10 million YouTube Shorts views in order to qualify for their partner program, so you make money off of ads. But now, YouTube has doubled the requirements, and their excuse was that it was to reflect the growth of YouTube, since their requirements had remained somewhat unchanged even as YouTube has grown. And with these new changes, you have to have 20 million YouTube Shorts views every 90 days or 8,000 watch hours a year in order to keep monetization. And I know my views aren't very high because the effort I've put into this is relatively minimal because I'm still learning how YouTube works and how to edit videos. But this is literally appealing to only the 0.1% of people that can qualify for monetization now after these changes are being made. And this is where YouTube is starting to tick me off, because YouTube keeps telling small creators to keep creating and keep improving and your time will come. But then the second you're actually getting somewhere, they move the dang finish line. You could spend months making videos, finally start getting some traction, get close to the requirements, and then YouTube basically goes, yeah, about that, double it. And the worst part is that you can't even do anything about it. And this isn't just getting into the YouTube partner program anymore, because YouTube is also making it harder to keep earning money from shorts. And with these new changes, you have to have 20 million YouTube Shorts views every 90 days. That means you're basically expecting to pull over 100,000 views every single day. And for a small creator, that is just absolutely insane. You could have a short randomly blow up one month and get hundreds of thousands of views, but that doesn't mean you can magically do it again next month. The algorithm, it just doesn't work like that. One day, YouTube can shove your video into everyone's recommended feed, and the next day it can act like your channel doesn't even exist, and now YouTube is basically telling creators that they need to fight the algorithm every 90 days just to keep earning money. And what happens if you're trying to get into the YouTube Partner Program for the first time? Yeah, good luck. All right, YouTube can have billions of users, but that doesn't mean my 200 subscriber gaming channel is suddenly getting twice as many views. And YouTube loves small creators when they're making content for the platform, because even though you're not making money off of ads, sometimes they still put ads on unmonetized videos, so even they are still making money, but you're not. And we're the ones spending hours editing videos that might get 50 views if we're lucky. We're the ones making thumbnails at 3 in the morning wondering why YouTube just gave our video 37 impressions. But when it comes to actually getting paid, suddenly the standards are through the roof. And I'm not saying YouTube should just hand everyone monetization. Obviously, there has to be requirements, because you shouldn't be able to make 3 trashy videos, get 12 subs, and then immediately start collecting ad revenue. But doubling the requirement doesn't feel like YouTube is trying to help small creators. It feels like they're trying to make it harder for new creators to even get a foot in the door. And what's even more annoying is that YouTube is constantly pushing people toward making more content. They want people to make more shorts, videos. They want them to upload and be engaged, and they want people to retain watch time. But then they create requirements that basically reward the people who are already massive. Because if you already have millions of subscribers, getting 20 million Shorts views is obviously a lot easier than it is for someone with 300 subscribers. And a huge creator can upload a short and get millions of views because YouTube already knows who they are. A small creator uploads a short and YouTube might get it 47 views to, I don't know, 2,000 views, and then bury it 6 feet underground. Now, small YouTube creators are stuck in this loop. You need views to grow. You need growth to get subscribers. You need subscribers and watch time to get monetized. But YouTube controls how many people actually see your content in the first place. And then YouTube turns around and says, yeah, just get more views, bro. Yeah, thanks, YouTube. That's incredibly helpful. And this is why I think the biggest problem isn't even the requirements themselves. It's that YouTube keeps changing the game while small creators are still trying to figure out how to play it. I'm still learning how to edit and make thumbnails. And now I'm also supposed to worry about whether YouTube is going to change the requirements again the second I start getting close. Because at this point, what's stopping them from doing it again? What happens when 8,000 watch hours isn't enough? Do we just get another YouTube update saying, we've decided that 40 million views reflects the growth of YouTube better? Because that's what it feels like. And people who are going to get hit the hardest that aren't Mr. Beast, and it's not like PewDiePie, it's not the channels getting millions of views every month, it's the random dude sitting at his computer trying to make his first real YouTube channel work, and the person who's been making videos for a year and is finally getting close to 1,000 subs. Those are the people who are looking at this and think, what is even the point anymore? And honestly, I don't blame them. Because when you already feel like you're barely making progress, doubling the finish line is one heck of a way to make someone want to give up. YouTube didn't become YouTube because only huge creators were uploading videos. It became YouTube because millions of random people decided to upload their videos to a random platform, and then it blew up. Some of those random people eventually became the biggest creators on the platform, and if YouTube keeps making it harder and harder for new creators to get started, eventually you're going to have a platform where the people at the top get all the attention and everyone else is fighting for scraps. And honestly, it's not good for the viewers either, because the next huge creator could literally be a random person with 200 subscribers right now. But if YouTube keeps moving the finish line every time small creators start getting close, how many of those people are just going to quit before they ever get the chance?